The numbers too. I'm gonna pull up the numbers because your numbers are pretty crazy.
Jamie, can you pull the numbers up?
Pull the numbers up, Jamie. So you have over 10,000 monthly listeners in 149 different countries.
Whoa.
And you're 20 years old. Do you look at the numbers at all? Are you constantly like checking those? Or is it one of those things where it's like, like just every now and then? Or is it like, no, I want to grow this number?
Yeah.
Like, is that what you're looking at when you're trying to like get motivation or whatever it is? Like,
I'd be lying if I said I didn't look at it every day. Cause like, it's like right now, I feel it's kind of like, it's like unhealthy though.
yeah, I think it's just like, it's like likes. Like if you post something, you're like constantly refreshing, see how many likes you get, stuff like that. It's like, it's instant feedback really. Like,
And it's even like even with like Instagram, you're like, we're like, our whole generation is like so addicted to likes. But when it comes to like something you create, you're even more addicted to like results.
yeah.
And I'm trying to like, that's something I'm trying to like improve on, is like not be so worried about, okay, how many streams did I get today? Why is it lower than the day before? Like sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, like sometimes I'll look at my streams, they'll be lower the day before, I'll like be depressed.
Yeah, like
It'll
takes
ruin my
over.
fucking day.
Yeah, it takes over. I mean, I think it's hard too, but also it's like a good and a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, because you could just, like you said, it's like it takes over, but almost like, does it ever motivate you? Like if you see like, damn, like I got a lot of streams today, or like, oh, I got a lot of engagement, interaction, like I have to continue, or like I have to constantly like making sure the people who are supporting me are like happy with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and also, like I look at it now, like, cause like I'm nowhere where I want to be yet with this music shit. I have so much I want to like do, but like I look at it now, it's like, my daily streams will be like 1,000 or 1,500, and if I get like below 1,000, I'll like be, oh fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like I fell off, like all that stupid shit. But like, and then I remember like 2 years ago, 1,000 streams would be a year for me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I really just have to like, stop being like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it's all about perspective too.
Yeah, it is. But like after a while, like you do something and you get these results, like you're like accustomed to it. Like if you don't get that, it's like, oh fuck, you know? But like I'm just trying to like really just like level myself. Like even if something insane happens, like I'm trying to just like remain at the same level if something bad happened, bro. Cause like I'm not trying to get too high. Cause like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
when did you start? When were you like, all right, I like music, I want to do music? Like what made you decide like this is what I want to do? Like this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go get a job. I'm not gonna go to school, or I'm not gonna do that. Like no, I want to do music. Like that's what I want to do.
yeah. Dude, I was like, I dropped out of like football and like baseball in high school, and I needed to find like an outlet, cause like football and baseball was like, that's all I would pretty much do, is just play sports, right? And then I stopped doing that, cause like, I wasn't feeling it. So I found like making beats, and at that time like Uzi and like the Pumps and like all like that whole class was coming out. So I started making like Uzi type beats and like Lil Pump type beats and like just like Playboy Card, you know, like just like that like hype type beats. And I just like put it on YouTube. And like people around school started like, oh, this kid makes beats, and I just felt like the fucking shit, you know. And then like, I'm gonna be honest, like the validation is like, I don't know. I feel like I've always been kind of like looking for validation, kind of like everyone's kind of looks for validation.
Yeah.
But like that validated me because like I did this, like I made this beat, and then from there it kind of just evolved from like, as time moved on, I like had a more appreciation for like the music as a whole. So then I started writing songs and shit, and then like, you were like, when did you decide this is what you want to do? Probably like, I mean, like after high school, I'm like, I don't know, it just kind of happens. Like you just kind of just like keep going with it. It's something you do.
So do you think like, when you first started, were you kind of doing it more like you said, it was kind of like, you did it because you're like, oh, like, you felt like the man, like you felt cool, like.
Absolutely.
And what you said, you started making Uzi beats, and that's like, I think Uzi and like all that stuff, that's different than the type of music you make now.
Yeah.
So do you make the music now because like that's really what like you're like feel like, where do you get the inspiration from making the music that you make? Because it's I feel like at the time, because we're in high school at the same time, I think that at that time everyone wants to be like a rapper because it was like the
Yeah.
SoundCloud era, like Uzi and Yachty and like
Yeah.
all those people like were rapping, and everyone's like, oh, I want to be a rapper, like I want to be this. Like, I think it's pretty different for you because I feel like at least people that I know, they don't want to make like if they're gonna make music, they want to be a rapper. Like,
Yeah.
you're different. Like, where'd you get that style from? Like, have you always listened to music like that, or is that just?
Yeah. I mean, like I couldn't really like rap though. So like I did that was kind of off the table, but.
You don't want to be like the next like
Yeah.
Logic or something. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like all the rappers, like quote unquote, at like my high school, weren't good, and I was trying to. I made beats. I was trying to find artists to rap on the beats, but no one wanted to rap on the beats, and if they did, like I didn't.
You didn't like it.
And I was so delusional. I was like, my beats were ass, but I was so delusional. I was like, you're not good enough to rap on my beats.
Why can't you make good ass music? Like, my shit's better than yours. Like,
yeah,
you
but
don't do
looking
that.
back on it, like it's
Yeah.
like ass, dude. It's
Right.
you know what I'm saying, but. I think I listened to too much Russ, but like I hear him talking. He's like this delusion. Like you have to stay deluded. Like you have to always constantly think naturally and organically that like this is the best shit you can make right now.
Yeah.
And like I feel like not even on a weird shit, but like or corny shit, but like I feel like I'm always in that mindset. Like I make a song like okay, I believe in this fully. This is the best shit I've ever made. Mm-hmm. And then a month goes on, I listen back to it. I'm like okay, that was kind of ass. The new shit I'm making. You know what I'm saying? It's like a cycle.
So, all right, so let's talk about high school. Like, what type of kid were you in high school? Did you always,
Jamie, what do you think? That was fun. No, it was fun.
like, you said you played sports, but were you always kind of like, I'm playing sports, but I don't feel like the athlete, or like, I don't feel like that kid, like what was like, what type of kid were you? Like, were you always like that music kid who was always like, because I know like, when I was in high school, like, this SoundCloud shit, like, I was always trying to find like unreleased songs or like listening to that shit. Like,
I was never that kid, bro. It's just so weird how it came, actually.
Yeah.
Professional COD player.
Yeah, I was super into
just
fucking
video
COD,
games
bro.
and
Yeah, I was like
shit.
I don't know. I played COD. I was like a normal. I mean, I'm still a normal kid, but like I was a normal kid. Like I played COD. I went to school. I played games. I was a fucking horrible student. But you know, I loved baseball and football. But like at the end of the day, it's weird though. Like I think I still have this. Like I was doing that just for like to
fit a certain
you know,
criteria,
to have an identity almost, and like now like this music is like my identity, I guess, quote unquote. But like sports, I was like, oh, that's my identity. I play baseball.
Yeah.
It moves.
So I think, all right, so you were, when did you find, because you were still in high school when you started making music? Or you were just making beats in high school?
I was a sophomore when I started making beats, and then I was a junior when I made my first song, and that was about like some girl that broke my heart, you know, some stupid shit, some stupid like relationship.
Bass.
Yeah, bass, yeah, it's for shit.
So I think, so do you think if someone asked you now, if someone was like, oh, I make music, oh, cool, like, what type of music do you make? What would you, like, define your music to be?
I hate that. I like, it's a good question, because, like, but, like, I don't even know. Mm-hmm. I don't even know. Like, not even on a corny shit, but, like, I just think, like, everything I make is just kind of, like different. Like, I take inspiration from, like, a bunch of different shit.
How you're feeling.
Yeah. But, I mean, sometimes I sound like pop punky, fucking rap. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know.
So what?
I don't even know. You gotta listen to this shit for real.
What keeps you, like, where do you draw inspiration from? Like, if you're making music, because I feel like most of your music now, it's there's like a certain theme to it. You know what I'm
Sure,
saying?
yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
where are you taking that from? And do you ever lack on it? Like, do you ever like have days where you're like, dude, I don't know what to write about, or like I
Never.
don't know what to. So you always have something you could
It's
like
like-
feel like you can bring.
I mean, like my top, like inspiration, like it'll be like experiences. It'll be like I don't know. It's weird. Man. I could draw fucking from anything. I could look at this fucking dog and think about something, dude. Like Paul showed me a movie. I thought I wrote a song about that. Like I watched a fucking movie and I had a song about that.
Yeah.
And just I could just think about like the deeper shit when I don't know. It's weird, man.
I get that.
Like,
though.
sometimes I feel like a fucking like a maniac because
You're overthinking shit.
I overthink. Yeah, I overthink.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, like you said, just like movies and everything, you're constantly trying to draw inspiration from it. And that's like, I think that's a good thing though. Like,
It is, but sometimes I go out of my way too.
So you're
Like,
forcing it.
Sometimes like so I won't be inspired. And I'll be like, why am I not inspired? Like, am I like, am I not passionate for this anymore? So I'll literally go out of my fucking way. Like, I'll like drive somewhere. I'll go to a different state. Literally, like over the summer. Literally over the summer, like, I went to Portland for the Anks. I really didn't have a reason to go there. But like we were recording music out there. That was the reason. Like I went there and I found the reason. But like I was like, I'm uninspired. So I went to Portland. Like, you know what I'm saying? It might be like a weird thing to do, but like,
no, I
don't
mean,
know, it just keeps me like feeling like fucking fueled up.
I feel like you need that though, because
Yeah.
I think I heard like somewhere, and they said that the world is going to teach you things that classroom never could, and I think
I didn't go. I stopped going to college, so like I gotta do something.
Yeah,
you know.
And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing though. Like feeling uninspired or feeling whatever, like experiences will bring that to you. You know what I mean? And I think when you say like, oh, it's a bad thing because I'm forcing myself to find inspiration. I'm forcing myself to like overthink stuff. I think it's just like, would you say it's just you trying to like stay hungry in a sense? Like you're trying. It's not a bad thing because you're trying to create something. You're making this art that you're trying to put out to people.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get ideas from everywhere.
Yeah, I would say staying hungry. Yeah. And like I just love like experiences. Like I'll literally do anything for an experience. Like, you know, I was like, wouldn't you feel the same way?
Yeah, dude. Like, I think so. I went over the summer. Like I went to Europe for the first time. And like, dude, that shit was like I wasn't like.
You went with your girl, right?
No, I just went with some family.
Oh.
But like I think like even that, dude, like just being somewhere different, like that you're not used to, you don't know what to expect. It's you try. I find myself trying to take something from, you know what I mean? And something that I really like, I guess, took from it was like, dude, like just appreciating like art. It was weird, like it sounds corny, but like
nah, yeah, it's real though.
When I was seeing like this,
yeah.
like the architecture and like and I saw like the statue of David, like
okay,
like dude, it was like this statue that is whatever, like bro made out of a block of marble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just
yeah,
like,
when you think about like what the fuck actually went into this, it's insane.
Yeah, like,
and then you go back home, you're just sitting in bed, you're like, someone did this.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So.
And then, I know, so that's what I'm saying, like, trying to get, or just doing stuff, like getting out and like seeing things and seeing other people like do things, and it's like, it's good and it's contagious too. So I think experiences are good.
And we're so young, dude. That's the thing. Like,
so
fucking, we're 20.
Yeah, touching on kind of like that. You said it's when you're looking at numbers, like you find yourself like if you're not hitting numbers or like your streams aren't as good, like it gets to you. How do you think you like prevent that? How do you think you get out of that? Like, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay if maybe like you can't go anywhere, like you have gone like places or you just trying to find experiences, but it's just like nothing's really coming. Like, is there something that you can always like fall back on to get inspired from, or how do you compete with that? Like compete with this yourself in your head, like getting down on yourself. Stuff.
I've always been like very like leveled. Like if I feel myself getting too like fucked up over something, like I could always like find myself just a way to just calm down. You know, like I got great parents. Like I love my parents. Like I could talk to my parents about everything, like anything and fucking everything. I have like great friends, and like I could just like go chill and just like talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Like music is like I fucking loved it. Like this literally brings me so much like purpose, bro. Like in a sense, but like at the end of the day, like life is so much bigger. You know, like it's so much bigger than just recording like a song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go do shit, hang out with people.
So when you started making music, when was like the first song? Was Blonde Girl the first song that you were like, okay, like this is some real shit?
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't even like the shit, and like it was supposed to be the Blonde Girl was supposed to be like a feature for someone. Like that wasn't even supposed to happen. But I think to go back, like why I'm so obsessive over numbers is because that shit really took me from like it didn't like go crazy, but like that really took me from here to here. Like I had 2 monthly listeners, and then a month later I was at like 10K. like just from Blonde Girl. So I think that's why I'm so obsessed because that shit went like this.
Yeah.
And now like everything I do, I expect to be this.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of like fucked me up a little bit. But I think it's a good thing. I really do think everything fucking happens for a reason, bro. Like even like that Blonde Girl, that song was that was an accident.
Yeah.
That shit was an accident. Like we were at the party, like when I met the girl.
Yeah.
And then
I think,
the song
bro,
came out. Yeah.
I think that's another thing too that I think is it's hard to like accept it. But I feel like when you're not looking for something or when you're not trying too hard.
So there was like beautiful things happen.
Exactly.
You're just like
it just comes to you.
And I'm all for being ambitious and going towards shit, but sometimes it just like it comes.
Sometimes you gotta let it
pause.
come. Yeah. Yeah.
You got that, JB? Yeah.
All right, so did you have music? How much music did you put out before that song? Did you have?
Yeah.
Did you have? Because you didn't have like projects before that, right? Like,
I dropped the album senior year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I dropped the album senior year, and it was like at the time I thought it was pretty cool. Like people seemed to like it, but looking back on it, it's like you always think. Now looking back, it's like shit. But I had a decent amount of music out, but like when Blonde Girl came out and they started doing like good like on the internet, and I started getting like real fans, like stranger fans, because like my fans at the time were just like just like people around school and just like whatever.
Yeah.
But like strangers, like someone tattooed Blonde Girl on their leg, like people like doing like you know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
When that
really?
shit started coming in, like. I deleted all my old music because like I want this to be
right.
Because every artist I love has like a story.
Yeah.
Like I want this to be the story. I want this song to be the first one that
like this is the start of my story.
Like
I feel like but I feel like that's valid though because I think like you said like that took you to the next step. You know, and then it's like before you putting out music whatever you were kind of just like I don't know and then this song happens and you see it like you said go from here to here. You're like, okay, I could do this. Like, this is capable. This is a real thing that's achievable. Yeah. Because you saw it happen right in front of you. So you're like, all right. So now, like, do you think that was really a turning point, or do you think the turning point happened before that?
Well, I mean, both, really. I mean,
because you said you put out an album.
I was manifesting that shit way before like that came out. Like I'm always thinking like before Blonde Girl came out. I'm like something's gonna happen. Like bro, like I remember because I was in college like that earlier that year, and I was driving back from class one day. I was just driving I'm going to LA this year. I just said it. I screamed it. I was I'm going to LA this year. Like I had no reason to go, and then like a month later, this Blonde Girl does nice. I go to LA. And I gotta start doing that more, cause like I gotta start manifesting shit more. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't really been doing that lately, and like I think about it, and I'm like that really was the stem of shit. It's just me like telling myself I'm gonna do shit and working towards it. Cause like I work towards shit like every day now, but like I don't really like have like a clear goal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of just like.
So you're saying when as soon as you manifested it, you felt that it came.
Like as corny as it sounds, but yeah. Like as corny as it sounds, like literally, bro.
So what do you mean by manifest? Like you literally like you're just telling yourself. Do you write it down? Like what do you?
Yeah,
like,
you tell yourself. You wake up. You write it down. You breathe it. Like you tell people, bro. Even if they think you're fucking crazy. Like you literally just you tell people it's gonna happen, bro. And you work, and it's just like subconsciously, it's just like fucking. It's just like it's the most beautiful shit I've ever felt in my life, bro.
So it's
insane.
So before that song, when you told. When you told people like, oh, I want to make music, or like, oh, I want to do this, were you kind of afraid to tell people because you didn't want them to be like, oh, like, why? Or like, oh, like, that's kind of, because you think, like you said, you're worried about what other people are going to say. Like, you're trying to, like, almost fit this picture, like, persona of, like, something because you're worried about what other people are going to view it as.
I never really gave a fuck about people like thought I was doing, because I feel like if anyone questions like what you're doing, it's like, why are you questioning? Like you don't have it figured out. Shut the fuck up. But it's like I would be nervous about people listening to my music sometimes. Like do you like this? Because I make it. I'm like, oh, this is dope. This is insane. And then when other people listen to them, like they might have a different perception. So that made me nervous. But me telling people like what I'm doing, just it doesn't matter. You know, like it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter, yeah.
So did you have, all right, so was there a point like after, because when did you go to Oregon? That was before or after Blonde Girl?
I went to Oregon 2022 summer, so that was way after.
Oh, so
like a year later.
So when, okay, so when was like the first time you like went somewhere
Like traveled for my music?
or like travel for your music, like did a show, like or connected with somebody who also is doing music, but they're doing a lot better than you at the time? Like when was that first time you did that?
Like a month after Blonde Girl, like 2 months. It was like July. I remember it was July 22nd, 2021. Damian Styles and Swaco show. I really didn't like we went there, but like I really just to go see the show. And Damian Styles knew of me because like I DM'd him. So like we went to go see the show, but like I really didn't have a reason to go for my music career because there was no promise. But then like, we went there and
You
then
were
like
going because you like
yeah. But then like as I was saying, this manifest and shit. Like sometimes the stars just fucking the line. Like he brought me up on stage to perform Blonde Girl, and then like we hung out with like him after the show, and like we went Swaco, me and Jamie. And we did it with the fucker. Like that is just like that was like a turning point. Because shout out to Damian Styles, because he gave me like I've always had like this confidence, but he just like unlocked a new confidence in me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I can't even explain this shit.
Because you're like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like seeing somebody like do it, like in real life, you're like, damn.
Like meeting Swaco and like meeting Damien.
You're like, that's real life. Like like you said before, like it's not. You see a lot of people through your screen or like whatever, but when you see it, like it's like a tangible thing, like right in front of you. You're like, damn, like that's real. Like I could do that. So that was your first. Was that your first like show, like first performance, like in front of people? Or was,
yeah.
How many people was it?
No, that was like my second. That was my second. There was like probably like 40, 50 people. I don't really.
Yeah.
It was like a small venue.
It was like, I think it was like probably like 50, 60.
Yeah.
Like it was like a bar venue.
Where was it at?
But that was like the part of that I did like 10 people. It was in Rhode Island, Kansas. Yeah, Rhode Island was a venue in Kansas. Wichita, Kansas.
So it was in Kansas.
Yeah.
All right. So
middle of fucking nowhere, but like just like 50, 60 people just like it was insane to me at the moment.
And they showed you love, like they liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know the fuck I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like it's insane. That was definitely a turning point, bro.
All right, so
that gave me a lot of confidence.
So you're making beats, and then you're like, all right, fuck it, I want to make music, and then you dabble in music. You make Blonde Girl. That goes crazy. That just passed 1 million streams, right? Like recently.
Yeah. Whereas like on Spotify and Apple combined, it's got over.
All right, so that blew. I mean, I remember like you posting like people using it at like TikTok sounds and stuff.
Yeah, it's like 7,000 videos.
So after the show, after you hang out with him, whatever, like, then what? Like, then you went home and then you're like, all right, now, what'd you do after? Like, how'd you?
I remember I went home. We were supposed to go to Lollapalooza, and I got COVID. I got depressed. But then, I just kept promoting my music on TikTok. And that was like, I remember August 2021. That's when my shit started going crazy on TikTok. And then I was working as a lifeguard at the time too. And I remember I got off my shift one day. I got a DM from this guy named Anks, which is, I fucking love, his name's Jacob, but Anks. He's an artist too, and DM, he's like, we tapped in, and then he like asked me to like go to LA with him, and then I went to LA in September of 2021. So like, yeah.
You were there for like a month, right?
Like 3 weeks, and then I had to go back to college.
Oh, so you were still at school?
I was starting the new like semester.
And you were like, fuck it, like I can't do this shit, like.
Well, I did the semester. I just made a bunch of music. Told my parents I was going to class, wasn't going to class, and then I dropped out. And I just kept making music, working like part-time jobs, still working part-time job now. Just living, bro. Like just living, bro. Yeah.
So the turning points is the Blonde Girl, and then doing that show, and then you're talking to Anks.
Yeah.
And you made songs with him, right?
Yeah, we got a couple of songs together. Yeah.
So
he's dope.
What do you think? So this was recently, right? So since then, has there been a time where you went out somewhere, like you tapped in with somebody, or like has there anything happened? Yeah,
summer 2022. I remember I did like 2 shows. Jamie? Oh. I did like 3 shows in summer 2022, so last summer. I did the show in Arkansas. I met Tommy G. Tommy G's like a YouTuber. He does like a bunch of crazy shit, man.
Oh yeah, he's in Balin's videos, right? That guy.
I think so.
I think I know who that is.
Yeah, he's got like a bunch of. He does like crazy shit on YouTube.
Oh wait, I know the video. Like the video, I follow the videographer for him.
Tommy G. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like always in the.
Yeah, he was.
Like,
We were on the.
Oh, yeah.
We were on the same lineup. We did the same show together, and I met him after the show.
What did he does?
He used to do music.
Oh, really?
But he was like on the show, like he was like doing the show like half naked.
Also like Drewski shit, like just funny, like just like funny.
Yeah,
guy,
so I met him. That was cool. And then like a week later, he put me in his YouTube video. Like he put Blonde Girl in his YouTube video.
Oh shit,
which is pretty sick.
That's cool.
And then and I did like another show with Kane Dynell. He hosted a festival in Washington. That was pretty cool. Yeah, but I just been kind of just laying back and making like music like true to me. Cause like after Blonde Girl came out, I kept trying to make music that sounded like that because that was popular. Hoping that shit would like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I'm just trying to make like music really, really true to me. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
So
skipped over something.
What was that, Jamie?
When Cole Bennett called you.
Oh yeah, that was in
Oh,
August.
yeah.
That was August 2021.
who was like who was with him?
Well, okay, yeah. So Blonde Girl was going up on TikTok. I got this DM from I remember his ad. It's that kid Jimmy. Shout out Jimmy. Random fucking kid DM me, bro. And he's just like, hey, I'm going to Lyrical Lemonade Pop Tart Convention in fucking California. I love your music. I'm gonna try and get Cole Bennett on a FaceTime with you. He's a 15-year-old kid, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, all right, I don't think much of it. And then I just kind of like, I was like, oh yeah, bro, whatever. And I gave him my number just in case. And like a week later, I'm watching like just cartoons. Like I'm just like a fucking Sunday. And then like Cole Bennett's FaceTime, but Jimmy FaceTimes me. And he's like at the fucking Pop Tart convention. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then he hands the phone over and it's fucking like Cole Bennett. And then he like recognizes me because like he said, I screen recorded the video but I didn't get any audio. And then I posted it on TikTok and everyone thought I was fucking capping, which pissed me the fuck off. But then like, he recognized me because apparently I was like all over everyone's fucking feed just spamming this song, just being annoying, you know, just being a fucking prick. And then he like recognized me, he like started like singing the shit back to me. And then I like shit myself. And I just kind of like froze up. And I screen recorded, I was like in awe. And that was definitely a fucking turning point too. Yeah, that was insane.
Dude, that's how it was too.
That was
like,
insane.
when I seen him at the
But
gym.
it's like that was like this random kid's number, so like I never really like couldn't really tap in with him really.
How did he know? Like, how did he get to the pop up? Like, what was his connection with him? Like,
Anyone could go to the pop up.
Oh, so
anyone could go to the pop up. Yeah, he just went. This kid's insane. This kid's literally nuts, bro. Like
So was he a
he's
fan?
15.
Was he a fan of you or like?
Yeah, he found me on TikTok. He was a fan of me, but he didn't go for that specific reason. He was already headed there.
Right.
So that's what I was talking about. These stars aligning. He was already headed there.
Okay.
This kid's fucking nuts. He travels. He's
Like
15.
a messenger, bro. Like
Yeah,
a sire,
yeah, bro.
Like, he just brought it to you, like.
And he just like goes to like Philadelphia. He takes trains everywhere. Like I talk to him like once in a while.
Yeah.
Cause like
He's 15.
that kid's like a messiah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
bro,
like he's probably like he's up at like 17 now.
He's out here like.
He met like ex's mom too.
What?
Like he told me this crazy story like bro, he's insane. He's some weird shit, bro.
how
Like
do
he
you
met Scheme. Like he was at like a cemetery because he went on a train or some shit.
Oh, you gonna find like where his little.
Yeah, he went to go to ex's grave.
Yeah.
And he like took a train to go see ex's grave, and then his mom and Scheme and like
Damn, bro, they were just
their
there,
family
like,
was there,
mourning?
Yeah. But
Mourning,
and then
and bro
like,
just like, yo.
yeah, and he said like ex's family like he was alone as like a 15-year-old, and ex's mom. I don't want to get the story fucked up, but ex's like mom and like Scheme and I think like Ski Master was there too, and they like took Jimmy like back home and like got him a train ticket or some crazy shit. This kid's
Holy
insane.
shit.
No, this kid's nuts, bro.
So
Shout out to that kid Jimmy at what's that, Jim? What's that? Jamie?
minute left on
minute,
the
one
left on the
minute.
clock. Damn. So
That kid's a lunatic.
like where's he from? Philly?
He's from Philly. Yeah, he's from Philadelphia. But I don't know where the fuck he's at now. He's probably in like Guadalupe or some crazy shit, bro. I don't fucking know.
All right, so, nah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's how when I talked to him, like when I met Cole or saw Cole at the gym.
Yeah, kid, you met him too,
Dude,
bro.
that's what I'm
he's
saying.
Like he's like a little fucking like energy, bro.
When you meet, like it's back to the thing that you were talking when you first went to that concert and like they took you on the stage. Like when you see it like in front of you, it's like, but it feels real because like you see so much through the screen, but it's like. I don't know. It's all facade, bro. Like it's
all bullshit, bro. Like, it's all fun. I mean, it's cool, but it's like it's all bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
people, bro.
you know, like
Yeah.
everything's for that screen. Like everything's for just to be put out to you. So that was the last turning point for you, right? You would say was talking to him because that was the most recent thing that happened.
Cole?
Yeah.
That was, I would say so. I don't know. I feel like I'm always having these fucking weird like turning points. Mm-hmm. But that was like the biggest. That was like the biggest shit. That was like.
So what was the like the craziest shit that happened where you're like, dude, like the proudest moment, I guess you could say, or like the most memorable thing so far that you're like, damn, like something you'll never forget.
Yeah. It's gotta be that. It's gotta be Cole. It's gotta be the Cole Bennett shit, bro. It's gotta be.
So just talking to this dude on the phone.
Just talking to it for like 20 seconds. It's gotta be that, bro. But that and like this album I just came out with, that's gotta be it too. Because like I love that shit. And just like every day, really, just like people like just random people like DMing me. You know, just like finding my music for the first time, like on like, oh, like this randomly came up on my Spotify, dude. You're sick. Like that shit makes my day. That shit makes my week.
So
like,
do you get a lot of people like on the daily, like messaging you or like reaching out to you, like saying stuff to you?
It fluctuates with the music shit, but like, I mean, yeah, it's like a couple like DMs a day, like new people DMs a day. It's like a couple random DMs a day, and then just like the people that stayed with me. You know, it's like there's like a lot of people that literally are still like DMing me from like 2021. Yeah. Just really riding with me, which is like sick. And I'm trying to nurture that. Like I'm really just trying to like nurture like this like family, man.
Bro, and I think
people
like
listen.
what's good about I feel like the position you're at now is, would you say like most of the people, most of your fans, I feel like are genuine like fans, like people who really do like fuck with you. You're not just like, you're not making music where someone's like, oh, I like one of his songs or like a couple of his songs, but I feel like the fans that you have, they like all your music, like they fuck with all of it.
And that's one of the reasons why I deleted all my old music, because I was like, I really wasn't like talking about like shit that actually happened to me. Like I was just saying shit really, but like I think that's why like these people are sticking around, because I just talk about like experiences, and like sometimes I turn the experience into like a poem and like turn it around, and sometimes I'll just straight out like tell the experience, just be blatant, and I think like people like relate to that shit.
Dude, I think that's like, I think that's like one of the most important things, whether you're doing music or whatever it is that you're doing, like cult followings and cult fan bases, like
it's insane.
At that point, like you could really do anything, because you have these people who support you for you really. And I think like the way that you are so present on like TikTok and it's like all these different platforms, like you're constantly like present on that, they feel a little bit more connected to you, so that's why they're so supportive of like whatever you do. Because you know, like a lot like people now, like whether it's like a YouTuber or like if it's another like independent artist or whatever, they have the ones with this strong like cult following, they're always gonna they're never gonna like fall off, because they're gonna have these supporters who like no matter what they do, they're gonna have people that want to see them do something.
Yeah. Like that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm trying to like build more off of.
Yeah.
Because I always had this preconceived notion of like, oh, you just signed a record deal, and that's it, and then you're famous. But like it's really about like, I'm still learning. I'm still learning new shit about this shit every day. Like you know what I'm saying? But like I really think it is just nurturing the people that listen to you like every day, and just like giving more music to them. Like I listen to a lot of Russ. He says like consistency, brand, and like good music. Like that's pretty much all you fucking need, and like content.
Russ is independent, right?
He's like one of the most successful independent artists like of all time. Behind like this, I think like Suicide Boys are up there too.
Yeah.
But Russ and Suicide Boys, they're both independent. They're like that's the definition of a cult following.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that shit. Like Suicide, like I know who Suicide Boys are. I don't really listen to their music.
But like that's the thing, it doesn't matter. Like they got their thing going.
Yeah.
You don't have to listen to them. Like they're
and that's the thing. Like they have a cult following, bro.
Yeah.
Like I like that's just because I think they have they sell out like forums and shit. Like they have
it's like nuts,
they got huge numbers.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. It's all like cult following, bro. Like that's the most important thing, especially like independent. You don't gotta answer anybody. You don't gotta like pay anybody. Like, bro, it's all you. You know what I'm saying? I think you have it. It keeps. It's like almost like quality control. Like it keeps creative check on yourself.
Yeah.
Like you don't have like a record label like trying to like rush an album out of you or like tell you like, oh, you gotta drop something. You gotta do this, and it's like then you're not doing it for you. You're not. You know what I'm saying? And it is unorganic. Like it's music like you said. That's just not what it is. Like you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I've had like management like reach out to me and shit and like promise me shit, and like it gets you excited because you're like, okay, I make this music And now people are starting to notice, and oh, management, like, what can they bring me? And then they're just like, they fake shit, bro. Like, they tell you everything they do, and then, like, they have a different intention. So, I mean, like, I'm not opposed to, like a management, like a record label, but, like, the bigger picture for me is just, like, on some Rush shit.
Yeah.
Like, on some Suicide Boys shit. You know what I'm saying? Just have this cult.
Yeah, because then it's like, it's almost like you did it with no help. Like, obviously help's important.
Yeah, it is.
But it's like, it's crazy because it's like, it's all you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are like your own boss in a sense. Like, you did it solely off of your actions. Like, if you sign a record or you sign to somebody or you sign whatever, like, they're going to feed you all these resources. And yeah, like, that's cool. Like, no, like, whatever, like, that's good. Like,
yeah, the music's good.
Yeah, and
like,
if that benefits you, like, yeah, of course. Like, if someone's going to offer you, like, $100 million contract, like, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to take that shit. You know
absolutely,
what I mean?
yeah.
But, like, it's almost like, it's just different. You know, it's kind of like more like an underdog story or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But no, it's good. So, all right, so what do you think, like, what are your goals? Like, what do you think's next? Like, if you were going to manifest something, like, what do you think is, like, this is what I feel like is coming next. Like, this is what I want to happen, or this is what I feel like I really can do, you know, short-term, long-term, whatever it is.
I don't know. I would list, like, a number of, like, a certain, like, number of, like, monthly listeners I want to reach, but, like, that never really, like, it's always, like, a black hole to me. Mm-hmm. Like, I really just want to make, like, the best music possible, and just, like, I want to love the music I make, and I want to just, like I said, it's bigger than music. Like, it's about life. Like, when your life's, like, the best thing, like, what I learned is, like, when your life's in, like, an order and you feel good and, like, you're working out and you're doing this shit, like, everything just kind of follows. Like, the music is just, like, something your life revolves around, kind of. Like, not in a corny way, but, like,
are you big, like,
if your life's good, the music's good.
Yeah, so you're a big energy guy.
I am.
You're like, if this, like...
But I kind of had that back, because if your life's shit, you kind of turn that into something, good music, too. But, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah.
Always take,
a lot of energy. I'm good
you just, like, keep it good, like, yeah. So is there anybody you want to work with that you feel like you have close connections with, or, like, can get connections with, or someone you have no connections at all, but you think that one day you'll really, like, get there? Like, you really can see it happening.
I want to work with Landon Cube. I really want to work with Landon Cube, like, Lil Aaron. That would be insane. Because I remember Jamie showed me Lil Aaron, like, when we were, like, high school. I was like, that's insane. It's so fucking fire. And then, like, Swaygo would be insane.
I feel like one Swaygo, I feel like you already got that connection there. You got your foot in the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think, bro, in Landon,
it's different though, because, like, all these artists are named, and they're like, it's different when they're signed to like labels and shit. Like,
so they can't just collab with whoever they want. They gotta get it, like,
I mean, maybe they can.
Some shit.
Yeah, maybe they can, but, like, it's all about, like, it's like having your face in the room too. Like, I don't know, you got to come in with, like, some sort of leverage. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're like, if you got a buzz going, you can reach out to these artists and they'll fucking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know,
bro. I think it's crazy that, like, I feel like you and Landon are similar, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I've been having, like, dreams about that shit, just, like, make a song with him. I will,
bro. I think it's just, like, with him too. He's like, he's the same way. I think he just
seems like a cool person, dude.
He just, like, signed off his label or something, right? Like,
he's independent now.
His contract, like, whatever.
Yeah.
So now, like, I think, because I watched, like, you know, Cam and Johnny, like couple boys, like, they. He's just there, bro. Like,
I'm cool with a couple artists that have songs with him.
Yeah, like, he's just doing his own thing, and I think it's like
he's doing features for artists that are smaller than him.
Have you done a lot of features?
I really just, like, work closely with Anks. Like, I do features for other artists, like, just, like, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, if they want a feature and they're, like, way, like, smaller, it sounds like shitty. But, like, if
bro, I think it's like you need to, like,
it's a revenue in this shit, like, as an independent, like, for me personally,
it's all just like you're gonna invest it back in yourself. Like, if you want to grow, like, you need that.
Like, that's like the most money I make in this right now as an independent artist, is doing features for, like, other people.
Yeah, bro, and it's like you can't say, like, oh, it's kind of shitty, like, doing it for money. It's like, nah, bro, like, it just how it is. Like, you need money to, like, continue, like, investing in yourself.
And I work for that shit, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're willing to, like, pay for, like, a feature, crazy. Yeah, it's still like, every time, like, someone pays me for a feature, like, I still, like, think it's surreal.
Like, damn, someone's paying me to make music.
Yeah,
right now. Yeah.
Someone's
yeah.
paying me to fucking scream in this microphone for 10 minutes. You know.
So you just dropped the album. That was how long ago? Like a month
January 28th. So
Yeah,
like a month and a half.
about a month ago.
Yeah.
Do you look at the numbers a lot still, or no?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But
Did it do better than you thought it would? Not as good as you thought it would?
I don't know, man. Actually, no, it's doing good. Like everyone sings like fuck with it. Like I don't know. I just like kind of like don't like. I don't really have like expectations anymore. I just kind of just like put it out. Like I'm big on just putting. I just want to put a bunch of shit out this year.
Yeah.
You know, like good fucking music. Just put it out. I don't want to care about the numbers this year. Like.
I think, like you said, like it's hard. It's hard for a lot of people to move past that. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel, bro.
It's like, but yeah, no, I think it's hard for people to like, just to like move past that. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's almost like perfection. It's like you got all this music, and you're constantly gonna hey.
I don't even think the mic will pick that shit up.
Yeah, definitely did.
Oh really? Oh fuck it. We ball.
Fuck it. All right, he's chilling.
Podcast dog.
Nah, dude.
Let him drink from the fucking toilet.
He doesn't drink from the
He'll be happy. All right, but yeah, like breaking past, because it's like if you constantly like are making something, you're constantly like worried about like, damn, what are people gonna think about this? Like, nah, I think it's hard. Like you, at some point, you really gotta focus. Like, okay, do I like this? Do I think this is good?
Yeah.
If I think that,
bro.
then I gotta put it out. Like, because it's you have like you've already, in a sense, like you. I think part of it comes from like trying to prove yourself to other people in a way.
Oh, that's what it all started from.
Yeah, like you're like, damn, like are they gonna like this? Or like, is somebody gonna think like, oh, this is shit, like whatever. But it's like, no, like you already proven yourself. You already have a song that blew up. You already have a song with a million.
I still feel like that though. I feel like I still always gotta prove myself.
Yeah. But I think, well, of course, but I think it's like, it's more of, you gotta remind yourself that like, no, like, I know enough and I've done enough where I could be confident in this and I don't have to worry about if somebody else is gonna like it.
Absolutely.
Because if I like it, then
Absolutely.
I know it's like, it's good. Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, like, shit. So what else? Like, how many, you're gonna drop, when are you gonna drop another album? I know you just dropped one, but are you working on another one? Are you already?
I think I'm gonna just do singles this year. Like
All year you're doing singles?
Yeah, I'm doing two singles like every month, starting in April. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm on my Rush shit.
Yeah.
Like, because Russ dropped a song a week.
Yeah.
And that just kind of like worked for him. So I'm just trying shit, bro. I'm just trying shit right now. You know, so I have two great songs a fucking month, like good like content, like cool aesthetics, and just like consistency. Good, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do. And like if I had like a project, then I'll fucking put it out. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the shit I do is impulsive, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? I really like I put thought into it, but like a lot of it just kind of like just like I don't know. It just like happens in the moment, dude.
It's up from here, man. I think you're on a good path. I think, bro, I think the album's good.
Hell yeah.
I think it's like, it's
yeah.
good for you. Like, it's just like another step, bro. Like, it's another step.
It's all just like chapters, dude. It's all just like, do you ever feel it's all just like pages turning, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not about recording shit, but like, yeah. It always just feels like, something new is happening. And like something, and that's the feeling I'm always chasing too, is like something new to happen. Like, I want to wake up and just like not know what's coming to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are we, just a video game?
Yeah, it's just a video game, bro.